a mythical place, really. Valhalla dance hall, where you'd imagine Lee Scratch Perry and Thor having a great time together. I mean, there's not a lot of dance hall style music on there.
You can have any music in a dance hall, though.
Yeah, in Valhalla dance hall.
Yeah.
And,
It's where all the Northmen went.
When they used to die in war, they go to the heaven and Valhalla and have a good time.
In Valhalla, you probably get like bars and restaurants. There's a dance hall there.
Over here, over there, over here, every fucking where.
The last record, we ended up going around to loads of different places. Like we sort of worked in a water tower and went to an old fort, went to Canada and went to the Czech Republic and moved around. This time we just rented a farmhouse in Sussex for like a year and a half. You were holed up in there for a lot of the time, weren't you?
I went 3 weeks at one point. I didn't see a human being. And since then I've learned I don't really need people in my life.
Christ.
But you know, when you get old houses, they make funny noises, don't they? And this one talked. Well, I know it wasn't actual words and that. It's not like I'm mental or anything.
But we'll be the judge of that. And we bought a load of equipment and recorded everything ourselves. Graham Sutton, he was holed up in a room upstairs called the Room of Doom. We'd hand him the files and he'd sort of shape it up.
I guarantee epic will be used quite a lot.
Yeah.
As a description. And possibly higgledy-piggledy.
Higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah. You always get a few sloppy ones, don't you? It'll be epic grandeur, high energy, and quite gay.
And what? Gay?
Quite high energy gay.
I'll give you a tenner if I see that review.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right, yeah.
Like
We're on a whale watching trip off the Isle of Mull. Matt Riley said 2/3 of the time that he's been whale watching, he's seen a beast of some sort. Glass is half empty at the moment. Haven't seen anything.
Century, it's such a long time to be always meant to be. Oh, clear the floor, let's get to the fore. It's standing on our zero, it's time for more.
I think mainly we just had so many good songs that we had to make a big EP and an album. Do you know what the Zeus is? It's Paul Tidy's band.
Paul's in the band, I think.
Ship's Cook and Concubine.
And it's what gets us everywhere magically from one place to another.
Now they've immortalised the Zeus in one of their songs. Brilliant.
It's probably like some of the last recordings that were done on the new album. Were done in the Zeus.
If you sit right at the back, then you're in complete darkness, so you just have to shut your eyes and enjoy the ride.
Originally, the Zeus didn't have any plug sockets. He put some plug sockets in, which gave us all electric shocks. The guy who repaired it didn't believe you at first, so he was like, nah, he didn't.
Till he got it.
Press here and here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll change it.
They started liking the electric shocks too much, so I had to get them changed. But I didn't charge them extra for that.
I think we're on our way back now, and we're off to Eigg tomorrow, which is kind of round the north bit.
It's much more than just an island. It's like the community here is incredible. The people are just the most friendly folk you could ever hope to meet. They have helped out with all the organisation of this event without me having to ask once, and that's what makes this island. I mean, it's got beautiful landscapes, amazing waters, beautiful beaches, but that's only half of it. The real beauty is in the community spirit and the real sort of green ethos that they have.
It's just another opportunity for British Sea Band to go and play a gig in an unusual situation, which is one of the joys of working with this band, because we're always going off playing gigs in funny places.
We're on Eigg. good egg. This is a daft lad.
We're on Eigg. Not only are we on Eigg, but speaking of eggs, Scott had three different kinds of eggs. It was a mixed egg platter for breakfast.
Boiled,
Scrambled, fried.
and I'm excited about the gig tonight.
Northern girls, you going to the party? Southern boys, are you going to the party? Everyone, the Bessies and the Aussies, everyone is going to the party. And we know that you will understand. Oh, living is so easy, shopping is so easy, dying is so easy, all of it is easy.
I've been a fan of British Sea Power for years, since the first mini album, the first record. Just loved their stuff, and I've been following them for years, and I just kind of felt that their music really would fit this audience.
You know it will be good if it's a fence event.
We were very excited when we heard about British Sea Power coming.
They always seemed to me like a band that kind of wanted to try things and do things a bit differently, and they weren't scared of doing things that, yeah, were going to be a bit of an effort, but ultimately pay off. Getting here is not an easy task, and I think if it had been any other band of the same size, there would have been like 10 times the complications, making sure that the rider was perfect, and making sure that, there was a sound check 5 hours before they play, all that sort of stuff.
They were really good. We were right up the front with Johnny, dancing around like maniacs. It was very, very enjoyable.
It was bonkers. I saw Martin beforehand, and he was extremely happy, let's put it that way, and he was in a very good mood, and he'd seen me beforehand playing tambourine with King Creosote and singing along, and he was like, oh, you got to come up for this next part, during the band set, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And then when he actually caught my eye during the last song, nodded me up on stage, it was like, the feeling was amazing, the energy on stage was so good, and getting to climb up those poles was, I think if I'd been more sober, possibly wouldn't have done it. But yeah, it was really exciting.
I was quite worried at first. I thought you were going to actually just do a rubbish gig. For 2 or 3 songs, I wasn't sure if you were actually playing. And I think you turned it out, to be fair.
Yeah, good. Well done.
High energy.
Good.
In a way,
Nice.
thank you.
Because it could have just been easy.
And we had like a little mini Kaylee at the end. We were like do-si-doing with everyone around the whole tent, and oh man, the elation, the feeling, the thrill was just brilliant. Perfect.
Let's hear it for British Sea Power!
Nobody fell off the back of a tractor and trailer. Nobody died of hypothermia. And when Martin climbed the tent poles, the whole thing didn't collapse in the tent, so that was good.
You are astronomical, fans of alcohol, so welcoming, a rising in the east and a setting in the west, all waving flags and waving flags now, waving flags, don't scared.
These guys just kind of, they heard about the island, they heard about the gig, and they were just really receptive to the whole idea. Them being excited about the gig made it a lot easier to do, and that's why the whole thing's been perfect, really.
Before this day is cemented.
Game red.